I don't know how to put it up, man. I was just bullshitting, man.
He's gonna have to step in, man. Our commissioner gonna have to step in.
You got it right, little co-commiss.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Oh, man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game.
He said, I don't think the legend could get him. I don't know.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
He ain't got no star though, dude.
He ain't got no star. He got some claws. He no homo. He just big as he just big. Nigga, head huge. He's bigger than.
Yeah, I see him.
He's bigger than a lot of niggas in this game.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. 22, jet over. 22, jet.
Stand out, man.
Kill.
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while.
It was 4th and 5. It was 4th and 5, bro. First drive of the game, you went for it. I knocked that shit off. Receiver holding on to the ball. It's raining. Well, I already knew what type of game it was gonna be, bro.
Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throw this ball in. Instead, he ended up scoring. Then I threw a pit in that drive, beat him up, and went down there and scored him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch it.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know It's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
Check. Fresno. Go on. Slip.
On second down, it's Walker. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Back to throw. Ball. It is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. First down, they go with Barber again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I been knew you was a cheerleader, nigga. You ain't never wanted to play football. You ain't never wanted to play football. You always wanted to be a cheerleader,
to start
nigga.
the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Now back to throw. Looking downfield for Jones.
Fuck them Jets,
Into
nigga.
double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs
Jimmy
live
Johnson
for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Yeah, y'all better not throw it. Y'all better keep that shit on the ground.
There is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Ball. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
66. Bullet high. Orbit. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And some room to roam now. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. The final shot before break. Ball. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Dion, that boy got a bald head.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Watch switch. Here we go.
A run, this is Sayers. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they? That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Hey, you let me jump this man.
It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Oh, shit. What's Griffin out there, good? That's crazy. Every time I see that shit, that's crazy. They got tough shit like that.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
You can't take no more.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Ball. And he's got Fuller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Ball. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
This nigga slow at the ball, man.
Down he goes again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. Ball. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally stop him, but a great return.
Did y'all see that throw, though? Did you see the throw?
16-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't
Man, that's a bad throw by this striker, man.
Don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Let's go. Sponge. No. Tighten up.
Now Sayers. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Slam.
They'll try a toss here with Sayers. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run with Sayers. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Yeah, 93 speed.
Get ready.
They could have had it jumping out the building, but
jumping, catching, all the rest of it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I can't believe that's what they're like.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And that is incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to try and throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Calais Campbell. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
I didn't do it coming back though. Oh, that wasn't real. Boy, that shit in the room, dude.
Here we go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
He waiting on him, dude. Hey, I hope a nigga said he did. Fuck wrong with these niggas. That shit, I done been took my shit out.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check.
They'll run with the Hall of Famer Sayers. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I ain't got no motherfucking fire alarm going on.
I'm just telling you what I did, bro.
Mike 18.
They'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He'll have the win at his back here in the 4th quarter. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
Yeah, I'm on the way, bro.
So
I'm
they
on the
settle
mile
for
real
just the
quick.
3, but clearly right now anything helps.
I could find out who shit that is right quick.
Darn close.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Ball. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film.
That was a good route. The nigga
You
threw the
know
ball
those guys
behind him,
watched
man.
all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On 4th down, ball. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
In your face.
On the give, this is Sayers. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz,
Yeah, I looked at his. They ran that
coming
good.
from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously.
High Ward
But at
shit
this
like
stage,
80.
you have to take a few chances as well.
Yeah, the
Bottom
real
line, they
shit,
want to
he
keep this
left
clock
alone. I
rolling,
went
so
because I
they'll
went to
take
look
that
at
one
that
right
front.
there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Good receiver, man. AJ was still right there. So I think that one. But
On the sack, 2. Watch
that nigga
52.
be blocking right
52 to
now.
Mike. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 2nd down now, it's Barber. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
That was a cornerback, that's why.
I ran Sean Taylor over the same way. I ain't keep going. Nah, I ain't keep going on Sean. I ain't keep going.
Here's a give now to Sayers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Hey, we run this shit, man.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the play. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
What is that? Get that on quick, too. He quit, didn't he?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Yeah,
They've
I saw
lost this one.
like
Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together
No.
something here at the end?
I
Just
don't know,
to
it was kinda
and
close.
he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A run at Sayers' right side, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
This is really too slow, man.
Quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
This nigga released too slow, man.
That's for sure.
He takes forever to throw the ball.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, ball. And he's going to go down again. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
I finished at 93 over 99 just because of that. Because I noticed it late. I'm like, damn, I don't think, I'm like, damn, this is going to got no extra.
It take this dude 30 years to throw the ball, man. This nigga got dropped down to his ankle to throw the damn ball.
Give this time to the tailback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bills, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.
No, he's not, though. That's his problem.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Manual, I do it manually, but him doing it, like them giving me some shit from him, he don't do it.
Get ready, y'all. Uh-oh.
They said I got on purple.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so high.
Uh-oh.
All the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls and the instrumental.
Everybody laugh but you.
Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock.
Man, I'm about to hear what you talking about. That's nothing you got going on for the team.
What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit